Obviously, a big week for us. Got a terrific, tremendous challenge with Fresno. They're an awfully good football team. They're ranked 17th, I think, is the number in the main poll. And just have a lot of good players on both sides of the ball. Tim and staff do a really nice job, and that'll be difficult to prepare for. Specifically, Derek Carr is as good a player as we'll see at that position this year. So, got our hands full with these guys.
Derek Carr said today the thing he's improved on since last season is staying into the pocket better. Have you noticed that on tape where he's the type of guy who's a little bit more patient picking out his receivers?
He knows best what he does. The thing I'm impressed with is he gets the ball out. He doesn't wait around and hold on to it for a long time. He knows where he's going with it. He delivers accurately and on time. That's the thing that impresses me most.
This early through the season, he's a true Heisman Trophy candidate. You just kind of talk about what he's been able to do.
I think he's there are a lot of good quarterbacks in the country this year, and I think he's one of them. They've thrown for a lot of yards, and obviously that has a lot to do with everybody involved with the way they're calling it, on down to the yards in the center. But he does a really good job, and his receivers they've got a busload of receivers that are good players. I think Bobby Adams is really a terrific player. He catches everything that comes his way. I think he had, in their last game, he had 16 catches or something like that. So they're an awfully good football team, and their trigger guy makes them hard to stop.
Compare quarterbacks, but who does he maybe remind you of? Obviously, his brother comes to mind, but who else does he? Who does he remind you of?
I don't know. That's a hard question. We've been watching him for a couple of years, so he reminds me of him. It's good.
So, if you look at
Beam jump right in there. Those guys would fight.
I know, you were ahead, Jim.
That's interesting.
he's a bonus.
Look like that receiver on the last touchdown. Right between coverage.
You can joke about that now.
I wouldn't be happy.
I don't want Chris gets the first
chance
at the question.
And you jumped right in and scored.
So just when it comes to stopping an offense like that, you probably can't stop them completely, but what are the keys? What do you focus on?
We got to stop them from running it, if that makes any sense to you. Because if they run it they're going to throw it, they're going to get their yards. That's the way it is. As I just mentioned, he gets the ball out quick, he's accurate, he's as good a quarterback as there is around. They've got good receivers. They're going to get their passing yards. So we have to stop the run. We can't. If they run the ball well and throw it well, we've got big problems.
Through the years, Coach, what have you seen in terms of, you've won 4 in a row, whatever, but just that confidence? What have you seen through the years that something like that does to players?
Well, these guys are all just in the weight room. It's just lively in the weight room on Monday. There's nothing better than being on a good football team where guys enjoy each other's company and they're having some success. It's just fun to be around our guys. They're enjoying the season as they should. And part of the fun is the preparation for Saturdays. Obviously, Saturdays are meant to be fun for everybody involved, but I think the guys enjoy the weeks together as well.
For both players, also just that confidence. What's the kind of different feel, the vibe, the feel around here?
I'll go ahead and say, just winning is fun. Everybody plays this game to win, and when you win, you feel better about, you feel like your team's doing something right because you're supposed to go out there and win, and just pretty much that W just kind of confirms that you're doing the right thing, and it's just a great feeling. Everybody wants to win. Fans, it's just a great feeling from everybody. I can't really explain it.
I agree exactly with what Tim said. Like I said before, once you get that taste in your mouth of winning games, you just don't want it to stop, and that just brings all the camaraderie with it. So we just want to keep it going, but there's challenges every week.
both players rallied to win 3 times this season, where previous UNLV teams probably didn't have that in them. What makes this team different?
Like we said all last year, I feel like our team was close. You know, we had a lot of games where I felt like we had a chance and we didn't finish, but I feel like that was what we focused on this all season and during the summer, and that's what I feel like we achieved. You know, we're a better team this year, and I don't think anybody's surprised about that.
Yeah, just what he said. I mean, we were tired of losing. I mean, we're still tired of losing. We don't want to lose games. We want to go and compete and win every game that we go out and play. But I mean, when you got a bunch of guys like that in the locker room who just want to fight until the final whistle, I mean, it helps.
Brett, did you have any sense during this Hawaii game just how many plays you guys were going through, like just how often you were out on the field, just kind of doing the same thing over and over?
Honestly, I didn't. I was joking around with some of the guys after the game. Like, I felt in previous games that we did more plays than what we did in this one, and it was a significant difference. But no, I didn't expect it.
With as much kind of the hurry up type of stuff that you guys have been doing, do you, because you're up close with defenders all the time, do you see it taking a toll on them? Can you tell, like, maybe when a defense is getting tired and that's when you guys kind of try and push it even more?
I mean, yeah, I think you can tell. You can see the fatigue factor. I mean, when you're doing play after play, I mean, it's football. It's a grind, especially on the offensive and defensive line. So I mean, you can kind of get the feel that, you know, hey, they might be slowing down a little bit, trying to let's start keep it going, let's push a little harder. But I mean, I think you can get a little glimpse of it, but teams still fight.
Brett, as well as the offense is playing, do you feel like anytime you take the field, you've got a real good chance to score? Is that kind of the mindset you got on?
We want to end every drive with a kick. You know, that's our goal every time. And I mean, we want to score touchdowns. So I mean, that's we approach every possession that way.
Is the confidence much higher now than say a year ago this time?
I think, yeah. I mean, I feel like we're moving the ball well. I mean, we're playing well as a unit. I mean, we obviously have a lot of growing to do. I mean, we got to get better each day. But I mean, I think that we're pushing in the right direction.
Bobby, as well as his offense is playing, is it playing well enough if you get in the shootout Saturday?
I feel like saying what he said. You know, he's pretty good.
If you get in the shootout Saturday, you can hang with Fresno.
I mean, I don't like the idea of that. I mean, I want to go play. I want to play good defense. I think that if you asked Coach Reuter the same question, he'd probably give you the same answer. That we want to control the game with our defense as well as our offense as best we can. But we have to be honest with ourselves too. Fresno's going to score points. They do on everybody, and to a degree, we're going to have to, if we want to have any chance of winning the game, then we're going to have to keep up. And they're, as I said, they're 17th in the country, and we're going to have to play darn near perfect to go in there and beat them. So we get our hands full.
Coach, have you seen anything in film from Hawaii or Boise or Rutgers, how they were able to keep games close towards the end and probably take that to your advantage on the side?
That's pretty much a game plan question, you know. So without giving game plan away, I'd say a couple things that happened, particularly in the Hawaii games. Coming up with some turnovers would be good for us.
Tim, how much do you relish a challenge like this when you look at a Fresno team that, you know, put up over 700 yards of offense in the last game of where everybody's thinking, hey, they're just going to go up and down the field on you guys? And how much do you relish that kind of as a competitor?
I like the challenge. That's ahead of us. Cause I feel like, you know, as a defense, I still feel like we have something to prove, and this is a great opportunity for us, you know, to step up and do that. You know, we know they got a good quarterback, receivers, great offense, but so we know they're gonna make plays, but we can't get down about that. We got to just keep fighting. Pretty much, we're gonna just have a good week in practice and get ready for the challenge because we're all looking forward to it.
And for a team that's taken a bunch of steps this year, what could, you know, a win over a ranked team, could it make a national statement maybe, you know, finally that you know, UNLV is someone to be reckoned with?
It probably can. I don't think we would look too much into that. I mean, to us, it'd be another win, a big conference win because we're both up there in first place right now. But to us, we'll take it as just another win, and then celebrate it if we can get it, and get ready to look for the next opponent.
Bobby, you haven't won a road game since your last road game.
Get that in there somehow.
How's that feel?
Awesome.
It's a one-game streak.
Yeah, that's right. We'll do another one. This one.
Brett and Tim, how hard is it to avoid? I know you're friends and people, classmates, whatever. How hard is it to avoid not talking about, hey, just 2 more of the 6, and we're going, we're bowl eligible and that kind of thing?
It's, we're not really looking just to win 2 more games. We approach every game individually, and we want to continue to build up, and we want to try and win every game we play. So I mean, we're ignoring everybody who's trying to say just 2 more because we know in our locker room what we're shooting for.
Pretty much, he said it right there. What he said. I feel like every game we play, we're trying to win. So that's really like that's not really our goal. Like at the beginning of the season, our goal wasn't to win 6 games. Our goal is to win the Mountain West Conference. So that's not really. We're just not just focused on just 2 more and we're there. That's our season. We did. Want to keep trying to win all of them if we can.
Is it hard though? Because I know your friends are probably saying, "Hey, just win 2 more. You guys are eligible." I mean, they got to be saying that, don't they?
Yeah, but we just tell them we're just focused on one game at a time. That'll all play out in the end. We just focus on really just this Fresno. That's what we tell them. We want to just take one game at a time and let everything play out.
Bobby, you guys doing anything special to prepare for the environment on Friday night? I know Fresno can get kind of crazy, especially a night game, the crowd noise.
We practice with crowd noise every time we go on the road. So I wouldn't say it's anything special, but we do it.
What kind of atmosphere do you expect on Friday?
Fresno's a great place to play. It's fun. Been there before. A lot of guys in our staff have been there before. It's a fun place to play. It's loud and it'll be full. It's homecoming, so it'll be great.
Bobby, going back to the road though, what does it mean for this team to have that burden off their back as you go into Fresno State? And obviously that's not a topic of conversation.
No, I know you're making the assumption there was a burden on the back.
Yes, I am. 28 games. 23. So that's me. It's my
The only burden was you asking me about it repeatedly. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be done with that.
Yeah.
It's good. More focus, I'd say probably less focus on that and more focus on what needs to be focused on, which is the game.
2 games. It's good. 2 games after 2 games in. I mean, this is kind of obviously a separation game for the West Division that you guys are both. I mean, it's early, but do you see it as that? I mean, obviously the winner takes control.
Those are those things we can say every week. I mean, every time you win or lose one of these, then that's what the discussion is. But then 2 weeks later, somebody gets upset or someone wins it when they're not supposed to, and someone's back and jumped up again. So, they're all big.
Brett, do you guys feel disrespected at all that you're more than 3 touchdown underdogs in this game?
I mean, we don't pay attention to that in the locker room. We discuss our issues with the team, and we're going to go out there and fight to win. I mean, that's our attitude every game, and it's going to continue.
Give you a little extra motivation when you hear that, Tim?
No, same. We said we don't really look into that. I mean, I didn't even know until you said it right now. We just know we're gonna have a big challenge. They're a great team, and like Coach said, we're gonna have to come ready and try to play our perfect game.
Brett, Tim's getting close to that record, and the offensive line has as much to do with it as anybody. What does it mean for you guys?
It's obviously it's awesome for us. I mean, we love Tim and we love walking for him, and we wish him nothing but the best. And we know he cares about us too. So I mean, we want to help him get to that goal.
Bobby, you kind of comment on that as well, Tim's approach of it.
Oh, yeah, like we always, I think you probably get the sense with our guys that they have an understanding that team goals are paramount to everything else, and when the team wins, good things happen for the individual, and I think everybody has their priorities that way. But obviously, you have people setting school record type goals, it means some good things are happening, and that'll be exciting. Among others, Cohorse is closing in on some things. Monty Davis is closing in on some things. So, those are all exciting things for us to talk about on Mondays after we win games.
Talk about Nolan's kick. I don't know if you know. I know you can't talk about specific players, but Green Valley's kicker obviously kicked the last-second field goal. Nolan Corhos from Green Valley. Just you had an interesting scenario there.
Yeah, Nolan went to Green Valley, which is about 5 minutes from our stadium, so it's been kind of neat for him to move into college and kick there. And, it was certainly a big kick. He had never hit a game winner before, so I think he and his teammates did that tremendously. Probably will for a little bit more today later on too, so it's good. The other body back.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not loud,
right.
Anybody else?
You looking at me?